Hey everyone, Atheris here. Got something new for you. I actually got this about a month ago now, and I haven't done a review on it yet just because I've been a little busy. But also because, I'll be honest with you, I'm not happy at all with how this piece turned out. And when I unboxed it, I didn't even fully put it together. I just assembled the main parts and threw the rest back in the box. And it's actually going back, but before that happens, I thought I'd make a quick video on this to show everybody the kind of quality to expect from Sideshow these days and their flagship pieces like this. This is probably the most expensive Sideshow fail I've purchased to date, and it's just fucking ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Let's start with the most obvious of the issues, which I'm sure you guys already know about, and it's a topic that's kind of been debated to death by now. But now that I have this in hand, I can say, firsthand that the color for this piece is definitely off. Sideshow definitely fucked this up, or the factory definitely fucked this up, because this is burgundy. I don't care what anybody says. It ain't red. It's burgundy. It's not even close to, in my opinion, how he looked in the movie, or how the prototype was even shown by Sideshow at Comic-Con, and that's even shown on their website. In fact, here, check this out. This is the little pamphlet or booklet that came in the box with this piece. There's the red it was advertised with, or shown with, which is correct. It looks nice. Now, if we hold this up and step back to what was shipped to me, it's not even close. It's, and even from some angles, depending on the lighting, this statue actually has some brown hues to it. So it's a fuck up. I don't care what anybody says. They messed this up. They shipped it out anyway, and I don't know. I guess I hope nobody would notice. I don't know how the fuck you would notice or not notice that, but that's the main issue. And going up and down this a little more, I don't know if you can see here. There's a lot of magnetic parts that come off this piece, and these actually come off right here. These sections here that don't fit properly or flush at all the way they're supposed to, or at least the way they're shown. They're supposed to be sitting. As you can see, we have a very large gap, top and bottom actually, for this piece that's supposed to be sitting on the side of his torso here. This is supposed to be sitting completely flush up here. Same with this other side over here. And you can see that it's just a total disregard to, if it looked good or fit properly out of the factory. They just fucking packaged it up and sent it out. This is what you're getting for $2,000. This is a $2,000 piece, which, mind you, came complete with chips and scratches all over the torso. I don't know if you can make that out. Right there. There's a few more down here. This thing, whatever it is, I tried getting it off. Some kind of glue. It's just really sloppily put together. Another thing that I noticed after unpacking this and looking at it for a bit, if you kind of stare at this section right here, and you might have already noticed as I've been going up and down the statue, this kind of dull section right here. And then when you turn the statue, I'll try to get the lighting to work here. You can see how the rest of the statue and the rest of the suit is a high gloss polished finish. And then right when you get to about there, it stops. It's just like a matte, dull, flat finish. And what it looks like, because it's not on this side, see how nice and, see how nice and clean that is in there? There's no, it looks like one solid piece, and that's how it came out of the cast. Over here now, we have it looked at it closer, it looks like a crack that runs from here over the back all the way to the front here and down under his crotch with, it looks like glue or paint or something they tried to cover it up with, because what I think is this leg has been broken off before. And they did a shitty repair job trying to put it back together and cover it up. And they probably had to sand down this entire section to repaint it and didn't bother repainting that part, or at least clear coating it again to match the rest of the suit. So just really, really shitty quality control. And this piece actually came with a quality control sticker on the box when I opened it. Not that, you know, that fucking means anything, because everybody knows that's just there to, I don't know, be there. But it doesn't mean it passed quality control whatsoever. It just means somebody at the end of the line, after they finish packaging up the piece, just put a sticker on the box and sent it on its way. So that really ticked me off, that this kind of finish is what you're getting for $2,000. Not to mention all these very ugly bits too. Like even the side of this, you can see like the air bubbles in the side here, and the paint and the scratching and the scuffs and that kind of eggshell. Really, it's a really shitty finish. And when you take this off, you got, you know, the normal Sideshow fill in the gaps and all the detailed areas with black paint and shit, just to kind of cover up the stuff that they're not going to pay attention to. You know, I mean, it works on some statues and whatever. Yeah, you can call it battle damage, but it just looks sloppy. For a $2,000 statue, it looks sloppy. So, the other issue, perhaps the biggest, right alongside the color for me, anyway, is how this base turned out. What a god-awful excuse for a base. I don't know who the fuck painted this. They should have just stuck with the original square base, black base that they showed at San Diego for the prototype of this. Now he looks like he's standing on a giant, I don't know, beer lid with the laziest paint job I've ever seen on a statue. I mean, this rivals their Ultron piece, or Ultron premium format, where it's just one dull gray with some random, you know, darker shaded areas, and it looks like they took a toothbrush, here, get a little closer, and just spritzed on some black paint and called it called it a base. It's just, it looks horrible from a distance. It looks even worse up close. It's ugly. It's ugly. You know? Other issue I had with this is, as I said, it comes with a lot of magnetic pieces. Like his arm here, for instance, this comes off. Same with his leg guards here, wherever these things are. These come off on both sides. The magnets are not very strong at all, actually. And this is the second video I'm filming of this, because the first one I accidentally deleted. And in that video, I got to about this part in the video where I'm showing you the back piece here, because this is magnetic, this whole piece here. And as I was talking about it, it just fell off. The magnets are so weak to hold up these parts that I don't know how you could display it with them on there and not worry about, you know, not coming home one day and finding a giant section like this piece in pieces on the floor. Like, you barely have to touch this. Let me focus a little bit. You barely have to touch this for it to come off. And it's a heavy piece. It's, you know, it's got felt on the inside to protect against scratching the paint, but I don't see what for, because it's paint finish is kind of shitty already, so if anything, it probably helped the battle damage look. But no, look, we even got some felt already peeling off there, so more quality control Sideshow goodness there. Let's just put this down for a second. This piece comes off here too. This is the only piece I'm not worried about that's detachable. because its design basically has it sit in a hook shape on his shoulders. So this, I don't even know if there's even any magnets in there or not, but yeah, that just sits on his shoulders like so, and away you go. So that I'm not too worried about. Everything else that's magnetic, I at least for this piece, I would not even think to keep on because they feel like they're not going to hold. His ass has scuff marks and scratches, as you can see. I mean, there's scuffs and scratches and chips all over the statue. The other thing that kind of concerned me in this too, I don't know if you can see this, the back of his leg has, it looks like these ripples in the back of his leg here. You can kind of see them at the right angle, but you can definitely feel them when you rub your finger over them. It's not in the paint, it's in the cast. It's I don't know how this made it through quality control. You can kind of even see it from the side here. That like they just don't give a shit, you know? It's just, this is the kind of stuff that you get for $2,000. It's unbelievable. You know, let me attempt to put this back on. See, look at this. Yeah, way to go, Sideshow. Anyway, we got more chips there. I don't know if you can see that. So we'll try to put this back on without, you just kind of push it in place and hope it holds. Stay. Sorry, I'm trying to keep this filming as steady as possible. I'm filming with one hand because I got a new iPhone 6 Plus the other day, and it doesn't fit in the holder that I had for my tripod. So I'm filming this with a gigantic phone that I gotta kind of hold by one hand. But anyway, outside of that, then we have a lighting issue. I tried picking this up a little earlier when I tried a test video. It's kind of tough to tell. But let me just plug in the adapter here. I already got it on. His eyes, I mean the lights work in the feet, right? That's all good. Works in his hands, both hands, as you can see there. But when you get to his eyes, I don't know if you can kind of make it out. In person, his right eye is completely blocked. I know it looks like it's lit up, but it's completely blocked. I don't know, it looks like the light behind it is shifted. You can actually kind of see one's darker than the other. Let me go from the top. You see that darker section right down the center of his eye? I don't know, the surrounding light is making the center portion of his eye look completely lit when it's not. In person, this eye is right down the center is completely black. And it looks like the LED in there has shifted or something's blocking the lens, but his right eye is blocked. Basically, it's black. I tried before I filmed this shutting off the lights, closing the window to see if it would actually show up in film here where you can see his eye all blocked out, but it actually made it brighter, so you made it less obvious to notice. But trust me, in person, that right eye is completely blocked. So it's, overall, this thing's a complete mess, and it's going back for a refund. And I'm not gonna support this shit anymore. I don't think anybody else should too. I mean, I've been reading forum posts and on Facebook groups that, oh, you know, I'm gonna buy a $2,000 statue. I'm gonna let Sideshow ship me this shit, and then I'm gonna repaint it because they couldn't get it right the first time, and still let Sideshow keep my fucking money. Like, what is wrong with some of you people? Like, this should not be supported. Like, if this was any other industry and they sent you shit like this, it would go back. There would be an uproar. you know? But we have collectors, headstrong collectors that are, I don't know, it's a sickness with some people that, you know, they just take anything Sideshow sends them, whether good, bad, whatever, and you know, Sideshow can do no wrong with these people. I don't get it. This should not be supported. This is going back for a refund, and I really wanted this piece. You know, I have a large 1/2 scale or you know, legacy collection from Sideshow. I have a lot of their pieces and other big, larger custom pieces, and I really wanted this to be in the collection. I was really anticipating this piece, and they fucked it up. But I'm not gonna, you know, because I wanted this piece so bad. Hold on, I'm just trying to switch out there. Because I wanted this piece really bad, I'm not gonna accept it and take it as it is. And you know, just look blindly the other way. Sideshow, I mean, they gotta recognize this shit, and it shouldn't be supported. People, anybody receiving crap like this from Sideshow need to send it back, okay? Send the message that this, like, you're not gonna support this, you're not gonna accept it. You're not gonna be bought off with their credits that they, you know, they say you buy a $2,000 piece. Oh, this doesn't fit, that doesn't fit, you got chips here, lights don't work. Here's a $65 credit. Shut up and go away. Like that kind of stuff, to be bought off like that? No, man. A company like that, they need to be sent a message loud and clear. And that's in their wallets, okay? So this is going to go back. They can stock it and they keep it in their warehouse for the next 10 years for all I care. But it's going to go back. I've got not much on order with Sideshow at the moment. I got a couple orders from them still to wrap up, and that's it. I'm not ordering anything else from Sideshow. I'm done. I'm done with Sideshow. I'm gonna stick to companies that, you know, give a shit about their customer feedback, that care about quality, that care about what their fans and their collectors are saying. XM, Pop Culture Shock, companies like those are the ones that, you know, people should be, and collectors should be supporting, because this kind of shit, it's just greed. It's just, they don't give a shit, and it's obvious. They don't give two shits about what they send to people and the value of the money that people are handing over to them. You know, they're a machine, yes, but they're a machine that's got a lot of issues, and it's catching up to them quick, because, you know, there's been a lot of pieces. Even recently, those of you out there that have been following the forums, their recent Superman premium format, their Man of Steel piece, that just happened to show up made out of PVC, or out of plastic, okay? You got a $400 statue made out of plastic. Sideshow doesn't mention a thing and just expect people to accept that. A $400 piece of plastic. Like, are you fucking kidding me? You think they'd reduce the price, or because, you know, they made it out of a cheaper material and make it a little more cost efficient? No. So, enough is enough. I'm not supporting Sideshow anymore. I won't be pre-ordering anything else of theirs. The only things that look good from Sideshow are their prototypes. Those they keep for themselves. And that's it. So, really, if you can't deliver on what you're promoting, what you're showing the public, don't do it. Don't promise it. Don't imply it. Don't any of that, you know? Because it's crap. Like, look at this. Look at how horrible that looks. You can't even get a single 2-inch piece to sit flush on either side. This is the kind of quality control Sideshow is making $2,000 statues in. Or the factories that they're making these $2,000 statues in. It's unbelievable. And I wouldn't be shocked either, because Sideshow is, they have the practice of sending out orders, which are returned orders from collectors to other collectors. So I have no doubt that this was probably owned by somebody else before, sent back, probably a return, and then they sent out to me. So they're basically testing who has the least standards to meet. So you got a collector that doesn't like something, they send it back, they send it out to the next guy and hope that that person doesn't send it back. That's Sideshow's policy internal policy, I guess. But it's complete bullshit, and I'm not paying for it. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of fucking, you know, trying to get back customs money for sending these things back. It's just not worth it. Sorry for the little rant here. I don't know if you could tell, but I'm a little upset with this piece. I'm upset with Sideshow, and they won't be getting any more of my money. You know, support the smaller guys. Those of you watching this, XM, Pop Culture Shock, Cinemaket, the guys that you know, pay attention to quality, and you get what you pay for. And that's it. So I'm out. This thing's going back soon. It's actually going to be boxed up right after this video. I just wanted to make a quick video. Well, it's not that quick. It's 20 minutes. It's probably the longest video I've ever made. But it'll probably be the last Sideshow piece I do a review. Well, I shouldn't say that. I got 2 more pieces, but it's nearing the end for Sideshow and me. And that's it. So that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. I got a few Pop Culture Shock Mortal Kombat pieces showing up next. XM's statues I hope are coming soon. I got Magneto and Wolverine, Thanos, all those on the way too. So tune back in for those. Thanks for watching. Take care.